Hi, Mercy. How are you doing today? Oh, that's good to know. I am Miss Becca, a TRCN certified math educator with over 12 years of teaching experience. It is nice meeting you. So, in this demo class, we will be solving algebraic fractions and algebraic equations. Have you heard of algebraic fractions before? Oh, you know fractions, but you don't know algebraic fractions. No problem at all. That is why we are here. An algebraic fraction is a fraction where the numerator, the denominator, or both the numerator and denominator are algebraic expressions. And do you know what an algebraic expression is? That is correct. An algebraic expression contains numbers, variables, and mathematical signs, that is plus, minus, multiplication or division. Good job. That is what an algebraic expression is. So it becomes an algebraic fraction if we have an algebraic expression as the numerator, the denominator, or both the numerator and the denominator. Now let me share my screen with you. Look at this now. Like I said, we'll be solving algebraic fractions and equations. Look at this expression here. Is this an algebraic fraction or an algebraic equation? Correct, it is an algebraic fraction. 5x minus 2x over 12 is an algebraic fraction because the numerator is an algebraic expression, 5x minus 2x. So the denominator is not an algebraic expression. Both does not have to be. It is either the numerator is an algebraic expression, the denominator is an algebraic expression, or both are algebraic expressions. That is when it becomes an algebraic equation. Correct. And look at the second one. Is this an algebraic equation? No, it is not an algebraic equation because it only contains variables. It doesn't contain numbers. So this is an equation, yes, but it is not an algebraic equation. So an algebraic expression, an algebraic fraction or expression becomes an equation when there is equal sign there. But if we do not have the equal to sign, then it is just an expression. So it becomes an equation when there is equal sign. So now we'll be solving algebraic fractions and we'll also be solving algebraic equations. But there are some skills that you need for you to be able to solve algebraic fractions and equations. I will be telling you 4 skills that you need. The first one is that you need to know how to find common denominators, like the one we call LCM. So for algebraic fractions also, or expressions or equations, you should be able to find the common denominator, that is the LCM of all the terms that you are given. Now, the second thing is that you must know how to expand and simplify, and then you must know how to cross multiply when solving. It is not every time you need to cross multiply. If you are solving an algebraic expression, then you don't need to cross multiply, and you must know when to factor. It's not all expressions that needs you to factor, but when the expression requires that you factor, you must know how, you must know when to factor. Now, let's go to the board. Now, we are to simplify this algebraic expression. This is an expression. It is not an equation because there is no equal sign in it. So, to simplify this, we will start by factoring the denominator. This is where factoring the denominator comes in. So, let's look at the denominator that we have, the x squared minus 9. X squared minus 9 is the same thing as x plus 3, x minus 3. So, this will now become, so now we will have 3x over x plus 3 into bracket, and then x minus 3, then plus 2 over x plus 3. Now we take the LCM of both sides. You will see that x plus 3 is also in the left hand, the equation on the left hand side. So we can take the LCM. So the LCM here will now be x plus 3, x minus 3. so that we will have LCM to be x plus 3 bracket, then x minus 3. So x plus 3, this x plus 3, x minus 3 will go in x plus 3, x minus 3 one time. That means 1 times 3x now, denominator will be 3x. So for this now, we will have 3x, then plus x plus 3 will go in this denominator, in this LCM, it will go x minus 3 times. So that here now we will have 2 times x minus 3. Then we can solve further, we can simplify. So how do we simplify now? We will first open this bracket so that we will have 3x plus 2 times x would give 2x, then 2 times minus 3 would give minus 6. Then we have x plus 3, x minus 3. X plus 3, since we do not need this denominator again, we can expand it and take it back to be x squared minus 9. So now this will give 3x plus 2x, that will give 5x, then minus 6 over minus 6, this is 6, then over x squared minus 9. So this is the final answer. This cannot be simplified further. If you look at it, there is no way we can simplify this further. So we've just solved an algebraic fraction. Now let's look at another example. Now we have to solve this equation. When solving this equation, what you need to do is to cross multiply. So that when we cross multiply, we will have 2 into bracket x plus 1 equal to 3 times x, that will be 3x. Now let's open the bracket so that we have 2x, so that we have 2x plus 2 to be equal to 3x. Then we collect the like terms. So that means 3x minus 2x is equal to 2, and it means x equal to 2. This has been simplified. Now you will try this this one. You will try this before I give you the solution. Solve 2x minus 1 over x plus 2 equals 3x plus 4 over x minus 1. So this is plus here. So solve this and tell me, as you are solving it, what is the first thing you have to do when solving this? Yes, you cross multiply. Once it is an equation like this, it is an algebraic equation that has fraction, then you just cross multiply. So now let's cross multiply, so that when we cross multiply, what do we have on the left hand side here? Okay, 2x minus 1. Let's put it in bracket so that we will not make mistakes while solving. Then into bracket x minus 1. Correct. Then the right hand side will be what? Okay, 3x plus 4. Let's put it in bracket. Then bracket x plus 2. What's the next thing we have to do? Now let's expand so that we have 2x times x, that will be 2x squared. 2x times minus 1, that will be minus 2x. Minus 1 times x will be what? Minus x. Minus 1 times minus 1, that's plus 1. And this will be equal to 3x times x, that's 3x squared. Then 3x times 2, that's plus 6x. 4 times x, that will be plus 4x. Then plus 4 times 2, that will be plus 8. Now let's simplify both sides so that we have 2x squared minus 3x minus 2x minus x will give minus 3x plus 1, and then this will be equal to 3x squared plus 10x, 6x plus 10 4x will give 10x, then plus 8. So now let's take all these ones, let's take them to the other side. When we take them to the other side, so that we will have 0 on the left hand side. Now we will have 0 here, and 0 will be equal to 3x squared. When 2x squared comes to this side, it will become minus 2x squared. We are putting the like terms together. Then we have 10x on the right hand side. When minus 3x comes to the other side, it becomes plus 3x. Then we have plus 8. When plus 1 comes here, it becomes minus 1. Now let's simplify. 3x squared minus 2x squared, that would give what? X squared, correct. 10x plus 3x would give 13x, good. And then 8 minus 1 will give what? Plus 7, and that will be equal to 0. So we've gotten a quadratic equation from solving an algebraic equation. Now what do? We simplify, we solve further. How do we solve a quadratic equation? Is either we use factorization method, or we use completing the square, or we use the quadratic formula. But if you look at this, can we factorize this? No, we cannot factorize it, because we in factorization, this is supposed to be the product. This is supposed to be the product, and this is supposed to be the sum. So now when the sum is greater than the product, then there is no way we can factorize it. So let's use the quadratic formula. So now to use the quadratic formula, what is the quadratic formula? Okay, x equals minus b, correct, plus or minus the square root of b squared, okay, minus 4ac, good, then all over 2a. So from this equation now, what is a? A is 1, b is what? 13, and c is what? 7. Now let's put this in this equation so that we'll have minus b, that will be minus 13, plus or minus the square root of b squared. What will be b squared? That's 13 squared. 13 squared is what? 169. Then minus 4 times a. What is a? 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Then 4 times 7, that will be 28. So 28 over, what is 2a? That will give 2. So here now we have minus 13 plus or minus 169 minus 28 would give what? Correct, 141, then all over 2. Then we need to simplify for that to get the values of x. So now x will be equal to minus 13 plus 1 plus this. What is the square root of plus or minus 13? What is the square root of 141? Press your calculator. Good, 11.87 over 2. So now x will be minus 13 plus 11.87 over 2, or minus 13 minus 11.87 over 2. So that we'll have minus, what is that? Minus 13 plus 11.87. Correct, minus 1.13 over 2, or minus 13 minus 11.87. No, try again. Don't forget, this is minus and this is minus. So you are not just saying 13 minus 11.87. Don't miss your signs. If you miss the sign, you will get the wrong answer. So minus 13 minus 11.87, that means that since both numbers are negative, that means we'll be getting a negative number. So it is not 1.13. Instead, it is 24.87. Then we over 2. Now let's simplify for that. 1.13 divided by 2 will give what? Minus 0.57, or minus 18.94. So now we just finished simplifying. So now x equal to this. So now we just finished simplifying this equation. So there are some quadratic expression or equation that you will just solve. You see how short this is. You see how short this is also, but there are some that will lead to a quadratic equation that you will need to simplify further. So now, having solved all those now, there are some common mistakes that you need to avoid when solving when solving algebraic expression, or even quadratic, when solving algebraic fractions or equation. There are some common mistakes that you need to avoid. The first one is that you must factor completely. If the equation requires that you factor, then you must factor completely, else you will get a wrong answer. The last common mistake is losing terms while cross multiplying. When you are cross multiplying, make sure you do not lose any term. Make sure you multiply the numerator of the one on the left hand side by everything in the denominator of the on the right hand side. So make sure you follow all these instructions and be careful. Now, let me give you a practice question. You have to solve this on your own. I won't be solving it with you. So now you have to solve x over x minus 3 equals 2x plus 5 over x squared minus 9. So solve this. Let me give you the answer so that you can know when you've made any mistake. This is the answer. X equals -1 plus or minus square root of 21 all over 2. And you can simplify this further to get the answer. So this is where we will be ending this demo class. And I want to say thank you for your participation. Once more, I am Miss Becca, the virtual math tutor. Bye.